Hello and welcome back to Alua Games, where today we get to build a nitrogen farm. We have already placed a supply depot in here. It's going to go here. We got copper here, oxygen here. I went ahead and separated them out. Paraffinium goes here. I've kind of emptied it just to make some ferrite dust, but it's going. And now we just gotta get this rolling. My inventory is a little empty, so we're just going to run over here to the safe and we're going to pick up some chromatic metal and some more sheets. Usually, let's see. And I got 2,000 ferrite dust and, of course, the carbon. I might start some carbon cooking before I leave. I went the wrong way. That room's for future vaults. And we just go in here and grab some oxygen. And we run in here and toss it in here. Just grab some of this and 2,000 carbon? Let's do half that. Almost elite. And it's cooking. And that will turn into 2,000 carbon. Now, through the hollow door, you cannot see the water. I find that an interesting effect. I wanted to build a beachside hotel so I could look out and see the water, and I can't. But I can see the lake floor. Anyhow, it's something. Now, I put a star on it, and it's out this way. And we're just going to have to go through the lake again. A little bit of swimming. Check the tabs. So to build a nitrogen farm, it's so far out that we're going to have to build some holes along the way. And when these tabs disappear, we know we're too far away from base. So we just got to back up a little, build a little, and we should be good to go a little further. And we've gone too far. The building tabs have all disappeared up here. So we just back up till we get them again. There they are. And I usually just build a floor. I'm going to free place it. I'm going to put it right there. And I build some walls on it just so I can see it. And I'm going to make it snap. And now we can travel farther away from base and still have the tabs. The farther away we get, the closer together we're going to have to build those. We explore the ocean floor. And we've gone too far. The first one's always the farthest. Whoa, and there's Eddie. Hi, Eddie. Eddie decided to make an appearance. He's our pet worm. And we've got our tabs back. So we just set another floor here. And some more walls. 1, 2, 3. And we keep going. Still got tabs. I like traveling underwater. I like the bottom ocean view. It's nice. And with that, we just add some more. I don't mind putting the pipes down through the lake. It's just part of farming in No Man's Sky. And now we've gone too far. Far enough. And we just set it down. Snap it up. Snap it up. Snap it up. And now we have building permissions. And we just keep on going. Keep on swimming. We're going to reach the beach. We're going to reach the beach. We didn't reach the beach. Oh, it was so close. I thought for sure we were on the beach. All right. I think that's a good spot. And now we just keep going. It's a steady job. But we just keep doing it. Oh, look, we're already there. Do I have build permissions here? Yes, I do. So we're just going to pick this up, go into our inventory, and discard it. Switch to the gun. Flatten this out. I think that must have regrew there. And I think maybe that's one of Eddie's holes. That looks like an Eddie hole. Because, you know, everything's green around it. And Eddie came in right there. Alright. So, we pull up the visor. Switch to the detector. And it says that this is a C-class nitrogen area. That it's forgotten about. And the middle of it is right here. At our feet. So we're just going to drop that right there. Hi, Eddie. Free snap. 1, 2, 3. In every direction. 1, 2, 3. Now we know how far out we need to make it flat. In that direction. And that direction. And finally, oops. Did I do that? Alright. 2 and 3. And then we just make it a big platform. They'll show back up whenever we get to straightening this place up. I think I missed and put one right there. Maybe I didn't. Anyway, I'm just trying to square this place up. And I think that did it. All right, so now we need to flatten the area. And I want to pick a spot that looks good. Get rid of this grass on here because I'm just want it gone. Looks like we have a disagreement about how far to go over this way. Well, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I put 1 here and I went 3 that way. Oh, these are like 4 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is extra. Went too far in that direction. Yeah, it looks fine. Just need to get rid of some of these. That shadow, whew, stirred up some emotions in me. Okay. Now, we're going to dig some holes. We want a hole here. Oh, we also want a plant to plug into. And it is nitrogen, so we're going to go with gas extractors. And we're going to head on back this way and drop some holes. Now, we cannot cross the pipes. We've learned that. If they get too close to each other, it gets angry. You know what? I think that's enough. And we don't really need to do anything for the lake bottom because I just run it where the lines are visible, but on the bottom of the lake. So, not really visible, but visible. Yeah. Anyhow, once I get up to here, we're going to come in through the back and go straight to the supply depot area of the base. And we're going to make a whole row of supply depot for nitrogen to increase the storage area of the nitrogen. Need a little bit of oxygen. And we'll just go ahead and fill this up while we're at it. I always use the one on the far right because that's just the silicon sand that we get from... Now see, this is from the copper. Or the paraffinium. Yeah. I was trying to make sure that they didn't cross lines. Which is all good. But now we're putting in a new line. And we're going to put it as far over this way as we can. We can't go that far down. We're going to put it right there. Yeah. And we're going to make it go straight out this way. They don't want to cross those other lines. And then it's going to head out towards the lake. Yeah. And I want to start out there coming back this way. That way I can make sure that it's not going to be in the way of everything else. Everything else being the other lines that we've already fed into the base. So we just zoom along the lake. We dug up some holes. And now we lay pipe. Now, just for the heck of it, one gas extractor has 250 storage. But if you connect a supply depot to a line, then that will increase the storage size to 1,250. And if it shows you it's collecting nitrogen, then, you know, it's a way of saying, yes, the lines haven't crossed. Now, we know they haven't crossed out here because Eddie said so. And Eddie's always right. No. Because there's no other lines out this way. And we're just going to put the lines in. Now I like to come to these and I get on this the side opposite the walls and just drop it on the lake floor, the lake bed. Jetpack across. Come over here, look down the lake bed, and we know we got some clean lines. Right. That's what I keep telling myself. A little bit of confidence doesn't hurt anybody. And just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. This will be the last farm we can build at this base. I mean, there's more farms we could build, but they're not going to be... They'll just be more of the same. So we're going to go straight to other places. Actually, we'll probably just explore some after this. and maybe buy a new ship. Thinking we might want to buy a new starship and upgrade some of those starship items, get that parallel bonus going. I'm not sure. But actually, after this, I think we'll follow some storyline missions, move that along a little. We may buy a new ship, not certain on that, but we've made it to land, and it says the pipe is too long. So we'll just make it stop there before we head to the hole, because that's short enough. Now the tricky part. We're going to plop that up here just to check if everything's working so far. It is. That's what we expected. Alright, we're going to come in and we're going to drop off the nitrogen, and then we're going to run the supply chain all the way over here. Once, twice, 3 times. We're going to put the pipe down there. We might have to move the landing pad. Pipes and landing pads do not get along at all. So I'm going to dig a little extra out here. All this can be restored. We might try to angle it out. Can we even build a supply depot right there? Yes, we can. Can we put a pipe this close to the... Alright, it's going to let us get away with it. It's going to let us get away with it. Now, that would be probably copper. And this is going to be nitrogen. Why does it always start with such a big destruction area? Alright. Seems like I just put oxygen in there. Just get rid of that. Grab us a supply pipe and toss it down here. Run it over here. Now I know that other pipes are in this area. So this is where I really worry about all this, and I'm going to turn this around. Set it down this way. Get the supply pipe. And check. We're looking good. Now it's time to put down some supply depots. This is turning out to be a little easier than the previous ones, which is nice. Right? We like easy peasy. Now it's all about increasing the storage size of the nitrogen. By squeezing these as close as we can to each other. And the distance between the paraffinium row and this row is more than probably any of the others. So I doubt if we're going to suffer any cross-contamination from the supply depots being too close together. But you want the rows apart. And I keep looking at the feet, trying to make them... So I didn't want this going off the pad. But it happens. I did not add the 2 extra electric pumps that I said I was going to yet. I plumb forgot. And so there's that as well. Alright. Now we hook up the whole row with the supply pipe. I think the supply pipe is much trickier than the electricity. Everything's looking good so far. Almost too good. Oh my gosh. Now we just check in the base. And the base says no. Oh my gosh, we got so close. What happened? I don't think anything happened. Is it because we crossed the electric line, maybe? Because it does look like we might have. I want to tear up this one. For it all to hook up smoothly is just, a lot to ask. And I guess I asked too much. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one and put down a fresh one. This is the last one for this area, so once we get it set up, not touching the rest, it should be okay. Alright. That's kind of running it in the opposite direction. But that works for me. Nitrogen. Alright. Now, all we have to do is run the electric line. But I'm going to go ahead and cover this up. This base is looking kind of nice. I am enjoying the fact that we ran that and it worked. I don't know, it's just nice. Just gonna kind of fill this up a little. Hop over the cave. Fill this up a little. We got a hole out here we dug. Fill that up a little. Clean up my beach. Alright. Now, it's a matter of the electric line. Can I drop an electric line here? Actually, you know, no, it'll be out in the open. Eddie likes to remind us that he's around. It says I can put the line on the ground at any time. Sometimes we travel so far it says the cable's too long. Like right there, connection too long. Now we'll just drop one there and continue to run it. That is a very long cable. We're going to stay to the right of the pipes because we have a choice. And I just try to remember those choices. So, we drive on the right side of the road in America. And that's kind of the reason I chose right. I'm right-handed, I could have said that. It doesn't really matter as long as it doesn't cross the pipe over and over. But it's a habit of mine to stay on the right. If you choose the left, just continue to stay on the left. That's all that matters. I like the shadow right there from this. I wonder if I do have a shadow. It was a curiosity. Okay. I'm kind of excited to have this being the last farm of the set. But a nitrogen farm will be nice. There's a hole right there. We just poked a little hole. And we're going to just put that right there. It might stick out of the ground a little, but I think it'll get covered up. And now we get the real dirt holes. And put it right there. And nope, always in the front. Wait. I did that wrong. Okay, so if supply pipe's on the front, we want the electric lines on the back. And that should pretty much take care of that. Now, I'm going to restore this. And it says we can build 3 more gas extractors. Why so few? What are we out of? Sheet metal. How many is it taking? I'm definitely going to run out of thermite dust. So we probably need to buy some more sheet metal. Sheet metal's not hard to buy. That's why I buy so much of it. It seems like they all like to carry a vast quantity amount of sheet metal in the space stations. So I just warp to a space station, run around to the pilots, and buy my sheet metal. But this says it is storing 25,500 nitrogen, and right there's a 16-minute cycle. Usually if I can get a whole row built, I can get that timer to be below 10 minutes. You can tell how much you're making by that time cycle gets smaller and smaller every time I put down a new pump. And yes, I have waited around for it to cycle. And it works. And that's all that matters, right? You're very colorful in the daytime. So will this cover up the electric line? Yes. Yes, it will. Life support at 50%. Oh my. As long as we don't run the jetpack out all the way, then it's like we can just keep on swimming. We have finished our nitrogen farm in one episode. That's awesome. All this is a natural cave. Those are cobalt stalactites. I have not gone exploring the natural cave yet. Although, I have thought about putting foundations under everything. I can't tell if that's under there or not. That bugs me. I might have put a foundation under a foundation. Maybe that one just didn't need a foundation. And I'm out of pure ferrite. I was just checking out the foundation. And with that, we have filled out the furnace room, and the final supply depot is now going to collect nitrogen at 872 an hour, taking 29 hours to fill up, and we will be making it faster because we take the paraffinium, we drop it into a refiner. There's that carbon we cooked. Just to make more ferrite, so we don't have to buy it. And there's oxygen and copper and nitrogen, paraffinium. It's all good. And this is the dihydrogen jelly. And it breaks down pretty quickly. And the copper, which we already have 3,250 copper, so I just empty that out and toss it into a refiner and take out the dust. And we're going to make some of that nice chromatic metal. Over here, I'm going to take some of this extra dihydrogen jelly and just start making more of those. Yep, because why not? Now, what's next, you might say? Well, I think I might want to fix up this base a little next episode. But we have finished the nitrogen plant, and we might do some exploring next time. But for now, thanks for watching. If you got this far, do like and subscribe. I appreciate it. It helps out the channel a lot. And have a great day. Bye-bye.